What's up everyone, today I will show you how to do proper search terms optimization for Amazon account. First of all, there is a lot of advice on PPC on YouTube, so why should you listen to me? I just went ahead before this video and grabbed some screenshots from seller board for the brands and products that we do. Some of these brands we sell ourselves and others are just products or from the agency, and I just want to show you what kind of profit we are doing. I chose the range for the last year before doing this video and just want to show you the net profit numbers. This is an example of a supplies category. A brand is doing $363,000 in net profit. Another example, sports and outdoors category is doing $375,000 in net profit. Another example, $629,000 in net profit in the last year. Another product, this is a bestseller actually, kitchen and dining category. You can see the BSR is 59 in this category and we've done $427,000 in net profit in the last year. This is another smaller brand example, $81,000 in net profit, home and kitchen category. Another example, $152,000 in net profit. So now when you see all these numbers of net profit that we are doing for our brands and for other people's brands, you can see that we know what we do, and let's move on to the actual advice on search terms optimization. So in the old days, we were doing search terms optimization by going to Amazon advertising dashboard and opening search terms page and trying to analyze data there, or which is more proper way to do it is downloading search terms report and analyzing that in a spreadsheet. But there are a lot of problems with this approach. First of all, you have to download the data every time. If you want to be really accurate with what you're doing, you actually have to aggregate this data, do all the duplicates of the search terms, you have to aggregate them together to see the statistics properly. But that's all the yesterday's day. Today, what we actually do to analyze a lot of data and a lot of PPC, we actually use search terms analyzer tool. This is a free tool that we done for us. Our team is using that and a lot of clients use it. You can just go to mspilot.com, open this website, and when it opens you can just click sign up and then connect your account. In 5 to 10 minutes it will download all your data and you will be able to use this tool as well. This tool approximately speeds our work by like 200 to 300%, so it's a lot more efficient and it's a lot more accurate to do. And also when we have like a lot of accounts on Amazon, we use VDS servers to access the accounts. We don't have to go through all of that. We just open browser and do our work here. First of all, let me introduce you the tool. So let's remove all the colors here just for the sake of simplicity. This is how it looks like. You have all your account here on the top. You have all the portfolios, campaigns, ad groups, match types, whatsoever. And when I usually start optimizing product, I usually select some portfolio that has my product campaigns. For example, let's optimize butterfly big product. This is how the product looks like. This butterfly puzzle, this is our own brand that we sell on Amazon. You can see it's like a children puzzle basically that you can build and have it as a picture at the end. So I select portfolio for this product and then immediately I can see only campaigns that are related to this product. So all the butterfly campaigns in this case, all the match types and so on. And at the bottom here I have a table. This is a search term report that is already downloaded for me and aggregated properly so I can see accurate statistics for every search term. How it looks like is actually a targeting, and inside of that targeting I see all the search terms that came up from this targeting, and I see that this is exact match type targeting that has 4 search terms, and I see the total statistics for this targeting, so I can make decisions already just by looking at the targeting. Or I can optimize search term. What I usually do is I optimize search terms first, and then when I see that targeting is completely irrelevant, I can also do something with targeting as well. There are a lot of ways to optimize, of course, but I want to show you the examples that I use, and you can easily repeat the same steps to optimize your own product. First of all, I open auto campaigns, so I remove exact and broad match types. I only have auto match type. This is like a dash in Amazon, and I see all the targeting and search terms. First step is I actually go through all of this list sorted by spend and go all through that and see what kind of waste or garbage I can find. Usually it's very easy to do because I can actually say that I want to filter. Let's put a clicks column here. I can say that the search term should have at least 10 clicks and, for example, 0 orders. And I can already see that all this, if I expand all these search terms, I can see that we've done $300 in spend and made $0 in sales. So all these search terms probably should go to negative. So I can actually select all of them and mark them as red. So later on, when I will be applying the changes to my account, I can already choose all these red search terms, move them to negative keywords. So I can cut waste immediately, like very easy to see all of that. Obviously, if your product is more expensive and it deserves more clicks before being negated, the search term I mean, then of course you can adjust the rules that make sense for your product specifically. So now I can, for example, remove the filters, right? I can just remove the filters and I can hide all the red rows that I already painted and continue thinking through all this list and looking for irrelevant search terms that even if they don't have enough clicks, they will still not perform because they are not relevant to my product. So for example, let's say that this is not relevant. Let's paint it with yellow. Let's move on. This is also not relevant. For example, Liberty Puzzles. What else? 4D puzzle. I don't know. This is just example of what I would remove. Unicorn puzzle, for example, it's also not relevant to me. The puzzle is not round, so round puzzle is also, and so on and so on. So you basically continue doing all of that until you have all the lists worked through. So when I'm done, I actually just hide the white rows so they don't show up anymore, and basically take all these rows that I just worked through and click add negatives. And here on this screen, the tool already knows that these all search terms, they came only from these 2 campaigns. So it already selected only this campaign, so I can very easily negate the keywords just in this campaign. So I just click add to 2 negative campaign groups, and here you go, I added 38 negative search terms to these campaigns. But here, this is the catch, right? They did not went to Amazon yet. They are still on my local machine in my browser. So it's very easy for me to go here and review the list and make sure that I did not make any mistakes. For example, like if I find that by mistake I added to some campaign, I can just remove it or just use filters to find keyword very easily. Now, if I find a keyword that makes sense for me to remove as a, for example, as a phrase negative, right? I can very easily do it. For example, round. This is like example. I don't recommend doing that with round specifically, but in your case, you can have some keyword that will never be relevant and you should just negate it in phrase. So I click negative phrase, and here I can select everything, actually like all my account, and basically select all campaigns and click add to 33 campaigns. So now I added this keyword to 33 campaigns. So in total, I add 64 negative keywords, and I can click save and back to search terms. When I've done that, I can have my list. I can still review the list, so it's not gone to Amazon yet. I can still review it and just make sure that I've done a good job and didn't make any mistakes. And when I'm very confident that this is the case, I can click finish, push to Amazon, and that's when my changes will be applied. And now I will show you the next, and the bonus that you are getting with the tool. You can actually go to history and see what keyword you were adding in the past and just double check what you were doing, right? You can just see what was done. And for example, if it's not you who is doing the PPC optimization, but your team, you can actually double check your team as well. So the history page is very handy in this case. So if you go back, there is a lot of stuff that you can do, but basically you are not limited to anything. You can just do anything you want. You can basically have your own rules here. You can sort by anything. You can, for example, find all the keywords that made only like 10 clicks or less, or maybe like done 10 clicks or more, and then they have conversion rate 3% or less. So these are all keywords that are not converting well, and you can do something with them. and very easily add them to negative or like understand what are they about and maybe do some negation here. What you can also do is you can pick different date range. So for example, I can pick like 2 months period, or I can pick very long period, for example 6-month period. And the longer period I can pick, the better my decisions will be, because I can have more statistics, right? And this is very valuable to do like very high quality optimization to achieve good net profit. What is also like a bonus that I want to give you is, let's remove all the filters here. What you can do is we use this bottom line to understand the statistics on the entire account. So for example, we want to understand how the conversion rate is doing on different types of traffic. Let's say I want to see what was the conversion rate on average on the entire account, for example, in January. Let's pick January, and then I see that the conversion rate was 4%. And then I want to see what types of traffic were converting better. Let's say, how was the exact doing? Exact match type had 6.9% conversion rate. But if we open, for example, auto campaign and broad and phrase, we had 3%. So exact match type is converting double the conversion rate, almost double, even more than double. So 6.9% compared to 3%. And then we can say, okay, that was in January, but how exact is doing right now in February? So I open exact match type here, and I can see that it's actually the same conversion rate, but everything else, let's say, except for exact, it's doing 3.1. So we have a relatively stable conversion rate. But if we go, for example, in November, it was 4.9%. And exact match type was doing, what was the conversion? 7.8. So in November, we were converting really high. So it means that for now, the season for us is like getting lower, and we are converting worse and worse over time. So we will need to optimize more aggressively and reduce PPC to compensate and have higher profit, not waste money on PPC if it's not profitable. So you can use this bottom line to understand these all statistics on the account very easily, and you can also switch between accounts. As you can see, I have a lot of accounts here, like more than 100 I guess, and we can switch between all the accounts and connect as many accounts as we want. And I don't need VDS, I don't need to log into Amazon, I just open browser and I'm good to go. This is all the tips that I want to give to you. It's not limited to anything. You have all the power in your hands, and this tool does not do any automation. It's actually giving the power to you, giving the control to you. You can do whatever you want with it. You can optimize all the waste spend that you have on the account, and don't worry about all these like slow downloading on Amazon and like downloading search term reports and stuff. Hopefully it was useful. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below if you have any questions. If you want to use the tool, you just go to mspilot.com, click sign up, and you just connect the account that you want to work on, and you are good to go. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.